Today on the channel, do we got a cause for celebration or a cause for frustration?
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Everyone, Kyle here, back again with another business hat video. I guess I got a hat on. We'll call it a business hat video, as today we're going to dive into the Walmart collector's spot back seemingly for the fall and winter 2026 season. But of course, outside of Walmart, I know where to go. Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Use code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And you know, Jay's does pre-orders now. And I can tell you, Tom McFarland, Jay's doesn't cancel on the pre-orders. They got their amounts. They know what they're doing over there. We don't have issues like we do have with Walmart. We're going to talk about that here today. But I am going to do a separate business hat video that might blow everybody's mind about these Walmart cancellations. I got Jesse Ventura on the phone. Yep, I know Tom McFarland. And we're going to zero in on that. We're going to talk about it. We're going to deep dive. We're going to put the business hat on. And I think it's going to shock a lot of people with I have uncovered here in that video. Stay tuned to that. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow on the channel. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Sunday. Yeah, we'll see what happens, Tom McFarland. But today we're talking about the Walmart collector's spot. If you guys were lucky enough to have a Walmart store that had the collector's spot last year, you were eating good in the neighborhood, dare I say, like a young Applebee's, because a nice section, what was it, about 8 feet on each side, and then you had a 4 foot on each end. A nice little supplement to the toy aisle at Walmart, especially when they need it the most for the holiday season. I think it went over pretty well last year with collectors and, of course, grandpas and grandmas, aunts, uncles buying for toys for their kids. It was a way to take some pressure off the aisle, take pressure off the shelf, and I think it did work out very well. However, we saw a lot of that stuff go to clearance. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but it was big for collectors. It was big for holiday shopping. There's no doubt about it. But the plot twist comes, did your Walmart have the collector's spot? I'm sure I'm going to hear it in the comments of this video. It's great. It's back. The problem is it was at very few Walmarts. I have about 14 Walmarts in the vicinity of me within 20 miles of all directions, basically, give or take a couple of minutes. So I'm around a lot of different Walmart stores, Target stores as well. I'm just very fortunate to live in the area I live in. However, I only had 4 of those 14 stores that actually put up this collector's spot last year. Now, nobody knows yet for sure what stores are getting them. Is it going to be all stores? I wouldn't guess that's the case. But if you had 4 stores last year like I did, those are the stores I'm going to probably pencil in saying, I think they're going to have the collector's spot, and my gut's going to tell me the rest of them didn't get it last year. They probably won't get it this year, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. As I always say, when you're out in those toy stores, you got to know your patterns. You got to know what you're doing out there. Make a plan, work your plan. Don't let the plan work you. You work the plan, of course. So you're going to know. You're going to find out. You're going to scope it all out over the next 6 weeks or so and see if you're one of the lucky ones to have that store. And if you are, you're going to be dealing pretty good, I have a feeling, because as I mentioned earlier, a lot of cancellations from Walmart. We see it all the time. And as I said, I'm going to do a separate video on that. Stay tuned. But a lot of cancellations. The good news is if you were canceled, you couldn't reorder, whatever it may be. Just recently, I got that 3-pack with Hogan, Cena, and Batista canceled. I'm hoping I could reorder it. It says out of stock, not reorderable. Whole thing, as you guys know, a lot of people got the new Rock figure canceled as well. The new fanny pack Rock, which we already unboxed on the channel. Check out the unboxing. A lot of people got those canceled. I am fully expecting those to be on this collector spot for the holidays. So if you did get canceled, you can't reorder it. It never comes back on Walmart.com. Whatever the reason may end up being, there is going to be a chance to get them on the collector spot. And you're saying, yes, Todd, somebody's saying, I don't have the collector spot. How am I going to get it? Well, good news for you is maybe you have friends out there. There will be people online selling these kind of things, and you could probably pick these up in the future. So keep your fingers crossed with that. There will at least be more out there in the world, be it eBay, be it Facebook groups, be it your buddy down the street. You got more opportunities than just being canceled off of Walmart online. So that is good news for the collectors to have this collector spot. It's obviously very good news for the Hasbro and Mattels of the world. I'm pretty sure that's all that is on these collector spots, if I remember back to last year. This year, we've had pictures going around. Shout out to whoever put this picture is. I couldn't track down who it was, but it came out of apparently Kansas. Beautiful this time of year. Of course, Rock Chalk Jayhawk all day long, as we do know. What's good friend of the channel, Bill Self, been up to lately, Todd McFarlane? You'll have to follow up. All right. Has he got a toupee still? I heard he does. But apparently Kansas, one of the first ones to get this one. If you've seen the collector spot in your area already, put it in the comments down below. We'll try to track these things in the comments, maybe. But it does look like we're going to see the usual heavy hitters. Looks like we're going to see Barbie on one of the ends there. I think last year we saw maybe on the opposite end. I guess you never know which side the picture was taken from, I guess. But Barbie holding down the anchor on one end. I think the anchor on the other one was... it was full of Landos, actually, in my area. That's a beautiful one to anchor and lead from the front lines. Of course, Lando Calrissian, like a young Flint once upon a time. But we had Star Wars on the end. And then in both sides, you had your Hasbro side and your Mattel side. And by this early picture, it looks like that's how it's gearing up as well. You got those boxes up top with the loose figures kind of showing it off. Really reminds you of like KB Toys R Us back in the holidays time frame. You'd have really cool displays and stuff for the holidays. Kind of gives a little bit of that vibe to a much lesser level. But we're seeing some of the other properties, the Masters of the Universes, of course, the WWEs of the world. Hot Wheels, you got to have the Hot Wheels for the kids. Perfect for the stocking stuffers. We know how that goes. But we're seeing all those kind of things on one side. Have to imagine if we got a picture of the other side, it would be Transformers, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, Marvel of some kind. Wouldn't be shocked to see those Doomsday Marvel figures from the Avengers Doomsday movie coming around the corner. I'm sure that'll be a key part of it. And going back to WWE, I'm sure the WWE Superstars, Monday Night Wars, the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Goldberg probably going to be part of this thing. So a lot of the new exclusives that Walmart is getting that we've pre-ordered and possibly have been canceled should be on this collector's spot. So I know it's not going to be great for everybody. I know somebody's going to say, hey, this sucks because I didn't get any stores with it last year. I feel your pain. Like I said, 4 of 14 stores. I'm not the average Joe. The average Joe is going to go to 1 or 2 Walmarts on a regular basis. They're not going to hit 14 like I do, and maybe you do as well. But if you were lucky enough to get this, you got an opportunity. If not, maybe you can help a buddy. Maybe you can track these things down on eBay, and that does lead me to the next thing. Last year, we saw a lot of this stuff go to clearance in the clearance aisles at Walmart. So if you're a long gamer, now you got an extra opportunity in the future on this one. So there is a little bit of opportunity in this whole fiasco of the collector spot here, where if you're a long gamer, you can get something on clearance. If you're someone that got your orders canceled from Walmart, or like WWE Superstars, they don't even go up on Walmart anymore. They're almost impossible to get. Maybe you can finally get a chance at Demolition, the Steiner Brothers, some of these sets as of late that have been very hard to find. We'll see where it all ends up going there. And once again, you're going to see Barbie on there. You're going to see some of the other things that maybe isn't too geared to this channel here, but I think we can look away from that just to support the Transformers, the He-Man, the Star Wars, the wrestling, maybe even a Hot Wheel or two. Who knows? But these are starting to hit right now. I fully expect these. I think that store in Kansas probably jumped the gun a little bit. I can't imagine a world they would put these out until at least back to school is over with. And I could see some stores, we saw it last year, they waited till like Halloween time frame to put this out. So once again, your mileage may vary based on your stores. We all know, or at least I do, I know how my stores go. I know this store over here, they're fast to get things out. They're turning and burning, slow dime, fast nickel, that kind of thing going on. So we'll see. We'll see where it all goes, but know your patterns, know your stores. That's going to be the key to success on this one, and you might have to put some road miles in. I know gas prices are high, Todd McFarlane. Get a Tesla or something. I don't know, a hybrid, Fusion? I don't know. I got a Fusion like hybrid type thing, and it's not working out too well for me right now. Apparently my transmission's going out, so it is what it is. But a lot of fun stuff there. But besides that, it's really all I got on this one here. But it is an interesting turn of events, and it will be a fun time for collectors here. At least we got an opportunity to find some more stuff instead of having to hopefully not pay eBay prices. Some of us are going to have to. I'm looking at you. You might have to, Joe. It could happen. It could happen. But it should get some more stuff out in the market for the holidays, for, of course, Christmas and all those points in between. Even Halloween. Some kids get stuff. I used to get a G.I. Joe or two on Halloween every once in a while. But it should be very nice. We'll see how it all ends up shaking out. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. You got any of these near and dear to your heart at your Walmart store? Or are you not even going to hold your breath with Walmart at this point? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned. I am going to break some serious news. It's going to be serious news. It could be a conspiracy, but I did hear from a source that will remain nameless. We'll break it all down in a future business hat video talking about these Walmart cancellations. So make sure you subscribe to this very YouTube channel. Subscribe to my other YouTube channel while you're at it. Check out Patreon. Check out, of course, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. It is, of course, the best way to get a hold of me if you need to email me something. You can also check out my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday where podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for another business breakdown, looking at the holiday season at Walmart here very shortly, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?